All right, so I know this is not normal, but the first video, just wanted to put something out, but let's really dive into this. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me get all of this off the board, and let's start the right way. All right, so I think this is about right. All right, let's get started. So my goal has always been 300 pounds. Ever since I was 12 years old, I always have this number in my head. I want to get to 300 pounds. It's not an easy goal. You know, I got close to it sometimes, but I never got to 300 pounds. And because my process was wrong, and I needed the knowledge, and I reached out to people for the knowledge, and I couldn't get the knowledge that I wanted. So I did it all the wrong way because I didn't know these steps. So the most important thing I was doing wrong is consuming a lot of carbs. Carbohydrates spike your insulin level. That's why you have that sugar rush for your glucose. It spikes your insulin level. And if your pancreas keep on pushing out a lot of insulin, you end up in a state called insulin resistance. And you really have to be careful about that. So I really had to dive in and realize it's like, you know, spiking my insulin, raising my glucose. So my glucose now, you know, I have insulin resistance, so it's staying in my bloodstream and not going to my muscle. But it actually is going to my fat. And that's the problem if you end up eating a lot. I'm not saying anybody should not eat carbs. What I'm saying is proportion. Just like with your protein, you wouldn't go in and just eat all your protein at one time. You know, you'll break them down. And sometimes you got to eat less. You know, sometimes you got to eat less. So I wouldn't recommend, a lot of people recommend people to stop eating at a certain time of night. And I mentioned this in my other video. What I would mostly recommend is stop eating carbs after a certain amount of hours. Like after 7 p.m., cut out your carbs. That was what I would recommend. But let's dive into this and explain this whole situation a little bit more. Okay, so some of y'all remember my last video, I talked about one particular thing, BCAAs, branched chain amino acid. But there's also over here EAAs, what I didn't discuss. Why is there a difference? Like BCAAs, valine, isoleucine and leucine. Isoleucine is more for your immune system. Valine is for your energy. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the details. I will put it down there in the description and label each one and what each one actually plays in the body. That's why I will write it out in the whole description to explain it more. But they all play a different part. Now my BCAAs, I take that around 10 o'clock and I also take it around 12:30. But my EAAs, which is your EAAs also contain your BCAAs all together. I only drink that when I'm actually in the gym training. All right, you always see it in like a cup, whether it be yellow, green, whatever color it is, and people assume that it's Gatorade, but it's not. It's actually EAAs, the 9 complete essential amino acids. Now, yeah, each one does play different parts in the body, but while you're training, it's the best way because it's basically food. Basically, that's what it is. Food that digests really, really fast. So if you eat a chicken, when your chicken breaks down inside your body, it turns into essential amino acid. That's how your body processes it. So when you take it externally, it's basically like you're eating a meal. Without eating a meal, your body recognizes it the same way. So that's why I like taking these. Even though I eat 6 meals a day, plus my shakes and everything else, I still get these in, you know, constantly. Early in the morning, afternoon, and the combined thing before I go to the gym. Now, a lot of people think that eggs is not a good form of protein. It is the best form of protein. I actually end up eating 7 eggs a day. 4 whole eggs and the rest egg whites. Mix them together. So it's very important how these things break down. It affects your skin, bones, nails, your hair, your lungs, everything. Some of them help you breathe better. And even like the Valine, I said Valine is good for the energy. So they all play a very important role in the body. So let me go in the other room now, show y'all what I'm talking about. So this is my go-to. While I'm in the gym, not drinking Gatorade, this is what I take. My EAAs and BCAAs mixed together. I should go over my next video. I think I need to go over pre-workout and post-workout because a lot of people think they have to rush home and eat. But if you're taking the right amino acids, you really don't have to rush home and eat, and you'll feel great. A lot of times you take pre-workouts and you leave the gym. This is actually my pre-workout. You leave the gym and you feel like crap. You're supposed to be feeling good. So I'm gonna go over that in my next video. But this is my go-to. These are my BCAAs that I take during the day. As I said it previously, I take it twice a day. So it's mixed in with my normal vitamins. And this is basically my vitamin pack. Got a little bit of everything inside there. I will go over this in more detail one day. But that's it. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. I will go over pre-workout and post-workout in my next video.